keys jingling, footsteps in a high-rise corridor, a busy neighborhood buzz. Are these keys to a rental flat or your home? This is about a life-changing decision, not just where you sleep. Rent V's buy is here. Moneycraft Masters returns. This is an age-old question. Should you rent or purchase your next home? Whether you're new to the housing market or planning your next significant move, we'll discuss the advantages, negatives, and everything. We'll guide you through the maze. Before exploring the complexities of renting versus owning, let's start with the basics. Think of this as a roadmap for future decisions. What is renting in essence? Renting is an arrangement. Pay the property owner to utilize their property for a set time. Similar to borrowing but more expensive. You like the space, facilities, and community but need to own it after your lease. Another option is a purchasing. Here you become a homeowner. You acquire a property with cash or a mortgage, a real estate loan. As you pay the mortgage, you gain equity in the home. This is your stake, your share. Not just simple definitions. Buying and renting are life decisions. They affect your freedom, wealth, future, and identity. Are you a free bird flitting from place to place, or are you putting roots and creating a home? We'll examine these decisions layers to help you find practical and personal factors. Financial element. Let's talk about finances, which typically dominate our home decisions. Numbers, dollars, and cents may create or break our aspirations. Renting is a more manageable financial commitment. The security deposit is typically returned at the lease end if no damages exist. Monthly rent might include utilities or be separate, depending on your agreement. These sums may appear constant, but rents can rise, especially in cities with burgeoning real estate markets. Buying is different. Initial costs are high. A down payment might be 3 to 20 or more of the home's purchase. There are closing charges, inspections, appraisals, and more. After settling in, mortgage payments, property taxes, and maintenance charges join your finances. However, paying down your mortgage builds equity, saving you money in homeownership. Potential tax benefits are also considered. The financial component goes beyond numbers. Understanding value. Renting gives you the flexibility to spend on trips or investments. Long-term investment in buying might increase your wealth. As we continue, consider cost and value. Where will your money best serve your life goals? Benefits of renting. After assessing the finances, what about the lifestyle? Explore renting's appeal. Consider life without some of the burdens of homeownership as we travel this route. Most importantly, renters value flexibility. Renting makes moving more accessible for a new job nationwide or just a change of scenery. You can skip home sales and mortgage transfers by waiting for your lease to finish, negotiating a break, and starting your fresh adventure. Also, convenience. Nighttime pipe burst. Is the roof leaking after heavy rain? Not your circus or monkeys. Landlords usually handle maintenance issues. This saves you unnecessary costs, home repair time, and frustration. Renting is cheaper upfront than purchasing. A security deposit and the first month's rent fees, a down payment, and other buying costs. This low initial financial barrier is a huge bonus for many, especially young professionals or those unsure about their long-term goals. While owning may be impossible, renting might allow you to live in great places. Imagine living in the middle of a busy city without the high cost of ownership. Renting may be about choice, independence, and living on your terms with the world as your oyster. Rental restrictions. Renting's perks are tempting, but you must weigh the pros and cons. Leasing, like any decision, has restrictions. Renters often need more equity. Unlike a mortgage payment that helps you own part of your property, every dollar you spend on rent is gone forever. This may add up over time, with homeowners frequently having a higher net worth thanks to their property. Renting might derail home customization dreams. Renters usually have limitations on painting walls, renovating, and hanging art. Renting might feel like living in someone else's space due to landlord or property management requirements. Finally, emotions. Renters worry about whether their lease will be renewed, whereas homeowners enjoy the stability of their house. Will the property sell? Sometimes the future feels out of reach. As we learn about renting, we must weigh its freedom against its possible drawbacks. Benefits of purchasing. After reviewing renting, let's examine buying. Many regard homeownership as a sign of personal success, but what are its physical and intangible benefits? Buying is about equity. Your house payments are an investment, not simply a bill. Your property ownership rises as you pay off your mortgage and it appreciates. This equity can help homeowners refinance, invest, or retire with an enormous asset. Customization is fun. Owning a house lets you make it your refuge. Want a luxurious landscape, dramatic wall paint, or kitchen remodel? The canvas is yours to paint without landlord constraints. It's a place to express yourself, grow with life, and make memories. Stability is another homeownership essential. No more yearly lease renewals or surprise rent increases. With a fixed-rate loan, your monthly mortgage is stable. This stability goes beyond money. It's about community, long-term connections with neighbors, and settling in an area you love. Finally, consider tax advantages. Homeowners may deduct mortgage interest, property taxes, and other house renovations depending on their situation. Financial incentives make owning more desirable. With its financial and emotional benefits, homeownership is appealing. Building a legacy, providing a sanctuary, and setting a direction for future generations goes beyond buildings and cement. Buying restrictions. While purchasing is tempting, it's essential to understand its downside. Like any significant choice, house ownership is complex. Explore homeownership's drawbacks. Initial financial hardship is likely the most significant barrier. Homebuyers face substantial down payments, closing expenses, inspections, and more. Saving a lot and preparing for years are needed. This obstacle may prevent people from buying a home. Customization is fun, but homeownership requires care. Unlike renting, there's no landlord to call for furnace or roof repairs. These costly and time-consuming repairs are the homeowner's responsibility. Over time, upkeep may be expensive and time-consuming. Flexibility, or lack thereof, is another factor. Selling a home and moving is more time-consuming and expensive than terminating a rental. Home ownership might seem burdensome for people with frequent work or lifestyle changes. Home values frequently rise, but only sometimes. Market swings affect property prices, sometimes dramatically. Homeowners risk losing value, which might strain their finances if they sell. These constraints are the problematic parts that complete homeownership. They emphasize that buying is a commitment with sacrifices and the need for educated, deliberate decision-making. We've experienced renting and buying's pros and cons. How do you choose a path when it counts? Consider these critical criteria while planning your particular adventure. Stay duration first. Will you settle for 5 years or more? Buying may save money over time. Renting may be more flexible if your horizon is shorter due to job, family, or personal reasons. Financial health next. Assess your finances. Can you afford upfront purchases? Also, can you handle property taxes, maintenance, and mortgage? If not, renting may be best once you're financially stable. Discuss market conditions. The housing market is volatile. Do properties in your ideal location cost too much? Is it a buyer's market full of opportunities? Examine rental prices. Does their rapid rise make purchasing appealing? Information regarding market trends significantly impacts your decision. The personal touch. Considerations go beyond cash and market conditions to emotional factors. Want your own space to design and cherish. Do you appreciate the freedom to grow without property ties? We are planning for the future. Think about long-term goals. Are you planning a family? Are you moving to work? Want to downsize after retirement? Future events can influence home choices. As we conclude our deep dive into renting versus owning, it's evident that the decision is complex, personal, and unique to each person or family. No one response is correct or wrong, only what fits your life stage, objectives, finances, and tastes. Whether you rent or own, creating a secure, pleasant, and at-home place is essential. To give you a complete picture, we've examined real-life tales, expert opinions, advantages, drawbacks, and other factors. Your adventure begins now. Research, reflection, and a clear idea of your own should guide your way. Thank you for exploring one of life's most significant decisions with us. We hope this has given you clarity, direction, and confidence to move forward. Until next time, here's to finding your dream home in every way.